Yep, doing another one of these. Let's grumble. Why? Because, well, I hate myself. We're doing a Nightmare on Elm Street this time. Another LJN game. I liked it. It was alright. It's no Friday the 13th, don't get me wrong, but it's alright. You play as a guy, you run around, you punch snakes right in the face. It's awesome. Yeah, you jump over stuff. This is more of a... it's more of a straightforward game than Friday the 13th was. I mean, you gotta run around, you collect bones, jump over stuff. So something, fairly simple yet at the same time, pretty challenging. I know I had a hell of a time beating this as a kid, and honestly, I never did beat it as a kid. Not without a Game Genie. Remember when the Game Genie came out and everyone was like, oh, the Game Genie, it's great. And no, the Game Genie was just for dirty, stinking cheaters. And yeah, I used to be a dirty, stinking cheater. But now I'm not. Now I play games all legit. I guess. Yeah, I really only play old games, so I play those legit. I play a few new games every now and then. Not very often, though. It's so rare that something new comes out that I actually kind of like. Oh, I probably ought to go get that icon so I can become El Trackstar Reno. I think this movie's supposed to be based on the fourth one, but or this game's supposed to be based on the fourth movie, but I don't remember a track star. I remember the weightlifting gal. I don't remember anyone throwing javelins. And again, I don't remember anyone punching snakes in the face, so that's that. Gotcha! Now, if I can just keep up this momentum. This is actually the second time I filmed this. The first time, well, I had a few technical difficulties, and yeah, it is a good thing too, because I apparently suck at this game. There's no doubt about that. The first 3 levels in this game are random too, so you never know which... There's 3 houses it could be, and you're never quite certain which one it's going to be. Now we're ready for level 2. Screw you, bat. I don't need none of you. Stupid slow-moving rat. It's funny because I don't mind rats. I really don't mind rats. I don't mind bats. I don't like spiders. But here's the crazy thing when you think about it. This guy hasn't even fallen asleep yet. There's just all this stuff and these big gaping holes in this house before he falls asleep. Let that one sink in. I just thought that they look like those rats look like the biker mice from Mars. Mainly because I'm really dumb and easily amused. Coffee! Yeah, you actually want to try to stay awake in this, because if you fall asleep, you'll get powers, but Freddy will come for you. Nice jump. And we don't want Freddy coming for you. Oh, and here's his head. Good thing I'm not Heather Langenkamp, or else, Actually, it's a shame I'm not Heather Langenkamp. She wouldn't have gotten killed. There. Got my life back anyways. Ah! Like I had one to begin with. Stupid bats, I ain't scared of you. Stupid rats, I ain't scared of you either. So yeah, this is another one of those games that's kind of gotten a little bit of bad credit over the years. Did it have it coming? Oh, I'm certain by the end of this whole thing, I'll have plenty of terrible things to say about this game, but nah, I don't think it really deserved all the "oh, this game is terrible" sort of response that a lot of people have probably said over the years. There are a lot of jerks that like to get on the internet and tell everyone their opinion whether they want to hear it or not. Coming from someone who does that. So the real question is am I like that or am I parodying that? Either way, it's not funny, so. I guess whichever one you think is the funnier one, that's what I'm doing. I really don't want to get my opinion out there. All I want to do is make people laugh. And that's, I wouldn't say innocent enough, but harmless enough. Oh my goodness, I suck. I suck. I suck. Getting my ass handed to me by bats. This is a worse run than the last one. Actually not a very big fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. I mean, I like the first one. I didn't care for the second one. I think I've grown to understand it over the years. They were trying to go in a different direction than what the third one went, but I don't know. I like the third one, don't get me wrong, and I like the fourth one to some extent. But honestly, I think the third movie was really the downfall of Freddy. He became... He became too funny, in my opinion. Which says the guy who wants to make people laugh, right? But my point is I didn't want Freddy to make me laugh. I wanted him to make me scared. And he just couldn't get the job done when he's cracking wise at every damn thing that he does. I mean, don't get me wrong, 3 was a legitimately pretty scary movie, you know, the scene where he had the kid dangling like a marionette from his veins out of his hands and his legs. That was a truly horrifying fucking scene. But, I don't know, I think that was the last of the good ones. Like I said, I liked the fourth one. The concept was cool for the Dream Master. You know, Allison getting everyone's powers. And I think that's a lot what this game's working off of. But, I'm getting lazy. I'm getting sloppy. I'm getting terrible. Might be getting drowsy too. That's the other thing I always hated about the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, is they always put me to sleep. Not because they're boring or anything. Not because like I'm really not susceptible to horror or something like that. No, it's just... And you think about it, you're supposed to identify with the main character, and I guess this is a good point, but throughout the whole movie, they're trying desperately to stay awake. And they keep nodding off here and there in the movie, and I know for me it always seemed like after a while of watching people try to stay awake and nod off and exhaust themselves, it kind of gets exhausting itself.